Welcome to NGS, where we dive into my hobbies, such as playing cards. Today I have a very special Ellusionist deck to show you. Special in the sense that this is one of their first flagship models that they created. Ellusionist is a magic and playing card company, and they started off with about 3 or 4 really big iconic decks, which were the Arcane deck, the Black Tiger deck, the Shadowmaster deck, and this one here, which is the Ghost deck. Ghost as in the literal sense of the word, like a very ghost, astral, projected, see-through, transparent, spooky ghost, which is presented in the art. If we start diving into this, we'll see that the bicycle is the original bicycle logo, but you can see the gradient makes it fade as it gets closer to the center. Then we have this vine work that wraps around a circle in the background, which is also transparent and blends into the white. Then we have this very spooky spade here, which has a lot going on. Up here we can see there is a hand reaching out, and then these little circular things you're seeing here weaving around this staff, these are snakes. They are open-mouthed right here at the bottom. It's very hard to tell. I'll try and make it as easy to see on camera when I zoom in. And then we have vine work all along the inside of this giant black spade. Then we have ribbons coming from the bottom and this little furry fluff that's connected to the staff. We have Ghost written in the iconic Ghost font with playing cards and Made in USA on the bottom. On the side here we have Performance Finish, Made in USA, and that same spade right here. On the other side, we have Distributed by Ellusionist Playing Card Company, San Rafael, blah 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 blah. On the top here, we have Poker. And fun fact, back when they were making playing cards, like when they first started producing, they used to have a reveal on the top. I mentioned this in the Shadowmaster deck, but I didn't have, an image to show you to portray it. Well, I realize now that the Ghost deck I have has it. We have a Q for the Queen and a Heart for Hearts, so you force the Queen of Hearts and there's your reveal. On the bottom we have the Ellusionist tag and a barcode, and now we have a seal. It's like the generic bicycle seal except with the Ellusionist logo in the center. And here are the back of the cards, and I will explain them as we crack into these bad boys. The tabs and the flaps have nothing inside them, and the copyright material on the front of the tab. And here is the Ghost deck. It is a rider back design, but we have black angels, and it's kind of a negative image of the rider back, which is super compelling and super cool to look at. Very nice when you do a fan, but not like that. Very nice when you do a fan. And this is a deck that, most likely the spectator will remember. The black and white rider back that they saw that one time. Super spooky, super ghost-like, and you can see the edges of the border are fading into the background to give it that ghost-like appearance. Now let's get to the faces. Now, I'm sure you noticed right off the bat that the pips in the center are black, while the pips on the indices are red. Yep, that is one of the more, iconic and known things about the Ghost deck, is the change of indice color to the pip color. Obviously, hearts and diamonds have a red pip on the indices, while the pips are black. Here are the jokers. This is the Ghost Joker. All you can see is his back, and he has I would like to say a pilgrim hat. And we have Latin right here, Mendus Volt Decipi. If you know what that means, leave it in the comments and I'll pin it. And then he's hanging off of something. I really don't know. His feet are hanging on these little hooks that are hanging him up, and it's like he's fishing, and I guess that's the water. I'm not really too sure. I haven't really sat down and looked at this, card. But we do see a big difference. We have this scripture written here with that shadow line, and on here we have a playing card that he's standing on now, which is an Ace of Clubs for an Ace of Clubs reveal card. Do a color change and show the card that you forced on someone. Very nice. Here's the Ace of Spade, which isn't going to come as a shock to most, but it is the same spade that we see in the front of the box. We have Bicycle written in this font instead with the 808, and Ghost, Made in USA, and we have this serial number down here. The Ace of Spade indice, though, is a little different in the fact that it is a spade with the A inside of the spade. Very cool and very unique. Then we get to the court cards, which are just black, gray, and white. I mentioned it on my cohort video, which you can watch right here, that the cohort ghosts seem to be heavily inspired by this deck with the very ghost-like gradient transparent face cards and pips, because the pips are a very dull black turning gray. with this deck. Other than that, they are the default face cards and font and pips that you see with Bicycle. Here's an Ellusionist promo card and a double backer, which you love to see. Alright, well, now that I showed you the normal Ghost deck, I guess it's time that we dive into my favorite variant, which is the Black Ghost. Everything is pretty much the same except black. Like taking this image and turning it negative, so the spade is now like a bright, blinding white, and instead of fading into a white background, everything's fading into a black background. And we have Black Ghost instead of Ghost written on this, and this one is the second edition. On the side here, we have Performance Coating made in USA. Well, I did that all wrong. On the side here, we have the United States Playing Card Company. On this side, we have Performance Coating made in USA. On the top, we have Poker and that same Queen of Hearts reveal. And on the bottom, we have the Ellusionist tag and a barcode. The seal is reversed and has the normal Bicycle, seal that they have for their playing cards. And here is the back. Very similar to the Shadowmaster back, except I think the Shadowmaster is more smoky, while this is more hard-lined, hard-lined white lines and black backgrounds. It's another negative image of the already negative image on the Ghost deck. And I really do love the Rider Back. The Rider Back is a perfect back art style card, and just adding these variations make it even more fun to collect. Of course, it is a black deck, so as you use it, it will be chipped along the edges. I saw a commenter mention that you can take a black Sharpie and go along every individual card along the side, and that should hide the chips. I haven't tried it yet, but I plan on making a video, around that at some point. So yeah, here are the backs. Super cool. This is definitely going to be a deck that a spectator will never forget. So let's get to the faces. Here is the Joker card. Yes, there is a significant difference between the Black Ghost and the White Ghost Joker cards. This one seems to be sticking to the script way more when it comes to the word ghost. This is a ghost phantom-like figure reaching his hand out to you, almost as if to say, "Hey buddy, come with me. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna possess you and use your body to kill your entire family, and then drag them into the backyard, and then dig a 6-foot hole, throw them inside, and then probably do the same to myself. Eh? Anyway, the second Joker card has a Jack of Spades reveal, the JS, that is coming out of the hand that he is so welcomingly handing out to you. And then we have Joker written up here, and what I think is the same font as the Ghost font, but fading into the background. Here's the Ace of Spades, which is, of course, to no shock, the exact same spade that we see on the tuck case. And it still says Ghost up here instead of Black Ghost, made in USA, but no serial number. And then here are the pips. With it being a black deck, all of the black pips are now white. And like its White Ghost sister, we see here that the diamonds on the indices are still red, while the pips on the center are going to be white. And the face cards are the same bicycle ones, but negative compared to the White Ghost deck. With a double backer and an Ellusionist promo card. And that is my favorite Ghost deck right here, the Black Ghost. A lot of history in this deck right here, so I guess we should see what it looks like in a black light. I don't know why I put them away. I gotta get used to this. So let's go ahead and see if these Ghost cards actually glow in a black light. Well, it's kind of a shame. They have like a mild glow to them, which I guess that's just on account of them being white, but they do glow. Unfortunately, the tuck case glows way more than they do. Fluorescently glowing aggressively. It's crazy. Alright, for the black ones. Unfortunately, the black ones do not glow. What about the faces? Nope, no glowing. But I am happy to say that the spade on the tuck case does. And I really do wish the back glue like they do on the tuck case, but on the cards they do not glow like that. Awesome. So yeah, that was the Bicycle Ghost and Black Ghost variant. You can get these on secondary markets because these are no longer available and discontinued. If you are a collector of playing cards, just for the sake of the history, I recommend you get these cards. Not the first edition, those are pretty expensive. The second edition or the third edition, whatever one's cheaper. I promise you, it really won't make a difference. Unless you collect, first editions. But if I can find a link, I'll put it down in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you right or back in the next video.
You're dealing with the ghost. We are spitting facts, so don't mistake it with the boast. Looking for a lethal injection, we got the dose. We are giving the chills from your head down to your toes. You're trying to touch us, but you're dealing with the ghost.